Good morning, students of class 4th. Today, I'll be starting lesson 2, Mayur, the Peacock, of your Wordsworth English Reader book given on page number 8. Students, I have already read and explained lesson 1, The Clever Jackal. I've also discussed the comprehension and exercises of lesson 1, and I'm sure you all must have completed lesson 1, The Clever Jackal, in your English notebooks. So those of you having books, please open your Wordsworth English Reader book and turn to page number 8 so that the lesson is more clear to you. Lesson 2, Mayur the Peacock. Now, as the name suggests, this lesson is about a peacock whose name was Mayur. I believe everybody must have seen a peacock, isn't it? A peacock is a beautiful bird. It has got beautiful feathers. And at times we have seen it in our school also, especially during rainy seasons. It comes in a campus. And this lesson is about Mayur the peacock. Everybody is aware that peacock in Hindi is known as Mayur. Now, before we read the lesson, some people are very self-centered. They think only about themselves all the time. Often because of this, they miss the simple pleasures of life. Now, children, I'm sure you probably know some people who always talk about themselves and are generally about me, me, me. Such people are self-centered. A self-centered person is only concerned with himself and his own needs. Self-centered people tend to ignore the needs of others. They are selfish. They just care about their own self and their needs. They don't make an effort to understand others' thoughts and feelings. So they remain alone and lonely most of the time. They don't want to step out and try something new. So they often miss the small pleasures of life. They not only think about themselves, but they never accept others' suggestion or advice also. And they always trying to find faults with others only. And they are blind to their own self. They don't want to come out of their comfort zone. So most of the time, they miss the small happiness of life. They don't enjoy little things generally which others enjoy. Now, let us understand this by reading the story of Mayur the peacock. Now, before I start reading and explaining the story, let's go through the word meanings. Our first word is admiring. Admiring means appreciating. Appreciating means having high esteem or look up to someone. Like for kids, they admire their parents or superheroes of the comics they read or cartoons they watch. They look upon those people, they admire them. A second word is plumage. Plumage means feathers of a bird. Means layer of feathers that covers a birds, and the that will include the pattern of the feathers, the color and arrangement of feathers also. So all together means plumage. Third word is maintaining. Maintaining means continue to look after something. That means to keep in proper condition. If you want to keep something, you need to maintain it, to keep it in proper condition. Fourth word is reason. Reason means gave suitable reasons about something. Well thought of means well thought of. Next is strutted. Strutted, to walk in a proud way with one's back straight and head up. Especially the people who are very proud of themselves, they generally walk in this way, है ना? Walk in a proud and confident manner, to especially to show off. And next word is gazed. Gazed means stared, looked fixedly. Means to look at something or somebody for a long time. To look continuously at one thing is known as gaze. Now, there's one meaning of phrase also given at the bottom of the page. Let's go through that also. Kept to himself. Kept to himself means to spend a lot of time alone without talking to other people. Especially children, especially the self-centered people, they keep to themselves only. They don't like to mix with other people. They don't generally talk to other people. They just want to remain aloof, all alone with themselves only, thinking about themselves only. Now we start with the lesson. Mayur was a peacock. The story is about a peacock whose name was Mayur. He lived in Pakshi Vihar, but he kept to himself most of the time. Students, as you all live in different vihars and colonies, like Mayur Vihar and Kunj Vihar, Kunti Vihar, different colonies, same way, Mayur the peacock used to live in Pakshi Vihar, where other birds also used to live with him. Like as you have neighbors, so Mayur used to live in Pakshi Vihar with other birds. But generally, we mix with our neighbors, we are friendly with them. In the evenings, we play with our neighbors and have a good time with our neighbors. But Mayur was not like this. He kept to himself most of the time. He didn't like to mix with other people. He used to remain alone only. Now, he thought of his looks all day. Now, all day, what he used to do? Generally, if you don't play with your friends, don't talk to them, you feel bored. But Mayur was not like that. All day, he used to think about himself only. He never got tired of admiring his beautiful plumage. Now, all day, he used to think about himself, his looks. He was aware that he was beautiful. So, used to never get tired of admiring, having a high opinion about himself, how beautiful he was. And used to admire his beautiful plumage. Plumage means feathers, and obviously, the feathers of a peacock are beautiful. So, he was very conscious about his looks and was aware that he had extremely beautiful feathers, and he was very good looking and attractive. Now, once he had noticed a tourist combing her hair, and he had loved the idea of maintaining his plumage all the time. Now, as we stay in Varanasi and in Sarnath, we have a mini zoo where you can see a lot of birds in that zoo. So, maybe in Pakshi Vihar was such type of place where tourists could go and see the birds. So, uh, same way, once a tourist must have visited Pakshi Vihar where Mayur used to live. And what did Mayur notice? That the tourist was combing her hair. To set her hair, she must be combing. And Mayur noticed that she was using a comb. And he had loved the idea of maintaining the plumage all the time. And then from that, he got the idea that even I can maintain my plumage. I can keep my feathers in a good condition if I also use a comb. Thus, he made a comb with a few sticks and carried it everywhere he went. Now, what did he do? He wanted to have a comb. So, he made a comb for himself with sticks and used to carry it everywhere, wherever he used to go, because he was extremely conscious that he need to look attractive. For that, he need to clean his feathers. He used it so often that it had almost become toothless now. Now, Mayur used to often comb his hair because he was very conscious and he wanted to maintain his plumage. So, frequently he used to comb his hair, and due to frequent combing, the comb had become toothless. Now, anything, if you use it frequently, it will lose its life. So same way, the comb of Mayur had become toothless. He sometimes wished he had a mirror to admire himself in, but then he reasoned to himself that at least he could see himself in the clear water of the pond. Now, at times, Mayur used to think that I wish I had a mirror so that I could look upon myself. I could admire myself in that mirror, how beautiful I am. But since he didn't have a mirror, so he reasoned himself, satisfied with the thought, ki, what if I don't have a mirror? No problem. I can always admire my beauty in the water of the pond in Pakshi Vihar. He used to just convince himself that no problem. What if I don't have a mirror? I can always look at my feathers and myself in the water of the pond. In the reflection, if you peep, you can see. So, same way, Mayur used to go often to the pond to admire his beauty. Every day, he strutted down to the pond, opened his tail wide, and gazed at himself. Now, it was a routine for Mayur that every day he used to strutted down. Strutted down means walk in a very arrogant manner, proud way, with one's back straight and head up, especially when you want to show. So he was aware that he was extremely beautiful. So he used to strut down to the pond daily to look at himself continuously in the water of the pond. What a beautiful bird I am. And used to say, what a beautiful bird I am. He was very much aware of his beautiful looks. Now, let's move to page number 9. Students, please turn to page number 9. Now, before I start, let's go through the word meanings of page number 9. Exclaim, to shout in excitement or happiness. That means when you are extremely happy and out of excitement, you suddenly cry, shout. That is known as exclaim. It's a strong emotion of surprise or happiness. Next is preening, cleaning the feathers with the beak. Students, birds don't have hands and they need to clean their feathers. So for cleaning their feathers, they use their beak. They move their beak up in certain strokes to clean their feathers with their beaks. That is known as preening. Now, next word is handsome. Handsome means good looking. Good looking, but here good looking is used with only masculine gender. You can use the word handsome for a man, boy, but not for a female or a girl. It is only used with masculine gender. Next word is water polo. That is a game played in water with a ball. A game played in water with a ball. And next is flatten, to become flat. At times, what happens when you fell on the ground? You fell flat on the ground. One meaning is this. Other can be at times, especially boys, when they make spikes in their hair. And what does their mothers do? Their mothers apply lot of oil on the hair and just flattens the hair with a comb. That is also flattened. Now, the phrase meaning given at bottom of page number 9, made a dash, means ran quickly towards something. Made a dash means ran quickly towards something. Now, so Mayur every day used to go to the pond and watch his own reflection and then admire himself and used to say, what a beautiful bird I am. He would exclaim, and this he would literally shout in sheer joy that he was very beautiful. Then he would take out his comb and start preening again. what he used to do? He was very conscious about his beauty, so he used to take out his comb and start cleaning his feathers, and used to preen his feathers again and again, so that they look more attractive and neat. He used to continuously clean them. So he used to clean it so often that his comb also had become toothless. It was an effort made to look more attractive and neat. The other birds were tired of asking him to join them in their games. Now, because he used to live with other birds in Pakshi Vihar, so uh, children, when you play, you want everybody to join in so that you have more fun. So the other birds used to ask him, Mayur, come and play with us, but then he used to never join in their games. So now the other birds had also stopped asking him to join, because they knew that he would refuse. He will never agree to play with them. Hans, the handsome heron, called out to him one day and said, shut your tail and play water polo with us. Now, here comes another bird in the story. That is Hans, the handsome heron. Now, everybody must have also seen a heron. In Hindi, it is known as Hans. It is also a very handsome bird, a good looking, attractive bird. It is white in color. So, here Hans was also handsome, but then he was not a self centered bird like Mayur. So, one day, Hans the heron, handsome heron, isn't it? That's an adjective used for Hans. है ना? So, handsome heron called out to Mayur and said, shut your tail and play water polo with us. He says, ki every time you are just after your look, so just shut your tails and come play water polo with us. No, thank you, said Mayur. My feathers will get wet and smelly. He then continued to comb his hair. So Mayur blankly refused Hans the handsome heron. No, thank you, he said. Because Mayur thought if he would play water polo with Hans the heron and other birds, his feathers they will get wet and smelly. He will damage his feathers. And uh, because birds they don't use anything um, after getting wet, they don't generally clean it with a towel or something like that. So the smelly feathers they tend to smell. So Mayur was aware that if he plays water polo with the Hans and other birds, his feathers will get wet and smelly. So he blankly refused Hans the heron without caring for his feelings, as he was a self centered bird, a selfish bird, just thought about himself only. He then continued to comb his hair, and after refusing, he continued combing his hair to clean his feather. Another time, a brood of ducklings begged Mayur to be their goalkeeper till the time their original goalkeeper, the duck, arrived. Now, children, brood of ducklings. Here, ducklings are small babies of ducks, and the collective noun for a group of ducklings, you call it as brood of ducklings. The collective noun for ducklings is brood of ducklings. So, in Pakshi Vihar, um, duck must be living with duckling. So the ducklings they came to Mayur and they begged him, they pleaded him, requested him, ki please be our goalkeeper just for time being, because their original goalkeeper was duck, and maybe because of some work she was not there for some time. So the ducklings didn't wanted to stop the game, so they requested, pleaded Mayur, please Mayur, just be our goalkeeper for only some time, for the time being, till the duck was not there. And the moment the duck would join, Mayur could go. So at first, Mayur was shocked at such a suggestion, but the ducklings begged him to play with them, so he agreed reluctantly. Huh. At first, Mayur was in a state of shock that how come they know that I don't play games and still they are asking and pleading me to join them to be their goalkeeper. So he was shocked at the suggestion. But then, because they were pleading Mayur's a lot, ki please be our goalkeeper for the timing, he agreed reluctantly. Now, reluctantly means unwillingly. This word reluctantly we have already heard in lesson 1, the clever jackal, which also means unwillingly. So, in spite of not wanting to do something, Mayur unwillingly accepted their suggestion that he'll be the goalkeeper, but just for time being. He didn't like the job though, and Mayur was not fond of games, and also he didn't like playing with them, but still he agreed. Each time the ball hit his tail, it flattened his feather. Now, what happened? It was they were playing a game, and every time, because Mayur was the goalkeeper, and every time the ball would hit Mayur and would flatten his feathers, and every time, because he was extremely cautious about his feathers, and every time he used to leave the goal wide open and rush to the pond to see how badly his feathers had been damaged. Now, in game though it happens, ball hits you at times. So every time when the ball used to hit Mayur, he used to leave the goal wide open and run to the pond to see how much the ball had damaged his feathers. He brushed his feathers all afternoon till they shone again. I look smarter than ever, he thought to himself. Now, because that day he had played the game with ducklings, and he thought that every time the ball had damaged his feather. So the whole after the game, he might have left the game in between when the duck must have joined. So that day, whole afternoon, he kept on brushing his feathers until they shone again, till they started shining again. I look smarter than ever, he thought to himself. Now, after making the feathers shine, he looked at himself and again started admiring, and he says, I'm looking more smarter than before. Uh, I'm too good, I'm too beautiful. When his feathers started shining. All the other birds were tired of his behavior. They could never make Mayur join in any of their games. Now, all the other birds were fed up, tired of Mayur's behavior. That he was so selfish, used to never join them, never play with them. So, they thought ki now to Mayur will never join it, so it's better not to ask him. So, and they didn't like his behavior also. It is natural if somebody he always refuses, doesn't want to join, is extremely conscious. So nobody would like to uh, make friends with such a person. So the other birds were fed up with his behavior because they knew that he's not going to mix and play with them. One morning, Mayur woke up with the first rays of the sun. So, one morning, what happened? Generally, as the sun rises, you can hear the chirping of birds. So, Mayur also woke up with the first rays of the sun. He made a dash for the pond as usual to admire himself in the crystal clear water. So, it was routine for him every day that he used to run quickly towards the pond to admire himself in the crystal clear water. And especially in the morning, the water is crystal clear because all the dust settle down in the water and the water is clean. So because no movement is there, so in the morning he used to dash towards the pond, he used to run quickly towards the pond to see his beauty in the reflection of the water, and in clear water he would uh, look more attractive and beautiful. Students, rest of the lesson we'll do it in our next class, next video.